Clapperboard EP1 English. The daughter-in-law's first day, a suffocating silence. Hook. The house was silent. So silent, it felt like the air itself was watching her. It hadn't even been a full day since she stepped into this house. Yet she already felt like she'd forgotten how to breathe. The door opened. Just that sound made her heart flinch. Her mother-in-law entered slowly, dressed neatly, eyes steady. Not cold. Not warm. Just measuring. No smile. No welcome. Only a gaze that judged from head to toe. "Now that you're in this house," she said calmly. "You are part of our family." Then a pause. "You know how high our standards are, don't you?" Her voice was soft. But the message was sharp. "You are not accepted yet." The daughter-in-law nodded quietly. The mother-in-law stepped closer and stopped. She raised her hand slightly, as if drawing an invisible line. "My son must never suffer. If you chose to enter this family, you'd better be prepared." It wasn't advice. It was a rule. Her fingers trembled. The mother-in-law noticed. She said nothing. She simply turned and left. The door closed. Only then did she exhale. "If it's like this on the first day, how long can I survive here?" Ending hook. She didn't know it yet. Behind that calm face was a secret buried deep in this family. A secret that would one day change everything. Clapperboard EP2 English. The missing record. The mother-in-law surveillance begins. Strong HOOK. She was setting the breakfast table when the question cut through the air. "Your family registry. Where is it?" The mother-in-law stood too close. Her voice was calm. Too calm. "I checked the drawer. It's not there." A pause. "You're not hiding something, are you?" Her heart dropped. She remembered clearly. She had put it there herself. So why was it gone? Who took it? The mother-in-law stepped closer. Close enough to feel her breath. In this family, nothing small is ever ignored. Especially origins. Especially family ties. Every word pressed down. Like invisible weight. She clenched her fists. "Do you have a past you don't want us to know about?" Tears filled her eyes. Not from guilt. From fear. From helplessness. The mother-in-law narrowed her eyes. "Do you think crying will make me stop?" Her words stabbed deep. Turning point. Then the phone rang. The mother-in-law's face changed instantly. She turned away, whispering, "It's gone." Who took the file? Cliffhanger. File. Gone. Someone else. The daughter-in-law froze. It wasn't the document. Something far bigger was missing in this family. And they thought she took it. Backhand index pointing right. Please look forward to the next episode. Clapperboard EP3 English. The twist begins. The person who truly disappeared. She wiped her tears and returned to the room. Her body felt frozen, unable to move. Sitting alone. The air inside the house suddenly felt colder. Then her husband entered. He froze when he saw her tear-stained face. "What happened? Did my mom, again?" She didn't answer. Only silent tears fell. He gently wiped her face with a tissue. "I'm sorry. My mom is just a perfectionist. But today, she was especially sensitive." That sentence frightened her even more. Because she was starting to understand why. Then, voices echoed from the hallway. "If it wasn't that woman, then who took my brother's records? That file must never leave this house." Her breath stopped. Brother? A man she was told was dead. A man with no photos. No stories. Yet. His records still existed. Her husband spoke in a heavy voice. That's a family story you don't need to know. In that moment, she finally understood. She hadn't been watched, suspected, and pressured. Just because she was a daughter-in-law. This family was hiding something. A missing person. An erased past. And possibly a buried crime. But the real twist came later. That night, she noticed the storage room door slightly open. Inside were old photo albums, faded documents, and one single photograph. The face was unfamiliar, but the eyes were not. The same eyes as her husband. Below the photo, a line was written. First son, do not speak of his existence. At that moment, she knew. What disappeared wasn't just a file. A person had been erased. Clapperboard Ep3 ending line. When a family erases a name, what are they truly trying to hide? Play button Ep4, the truth begins to surface. Don't miss the next episode. Clapperboard Ep4, English, the eldest son in the photo. And the mother-in-law's true face. She held the photo with trembling hands. The man in the picture was a stranger. But his eyes, they were exactly like her husband's. The words echoed in her mind. Eldest son, do not speak of his existence. Why must he never be mentioned? Why was this photo hidden deep in the storage room? Then, a cold presence behind her. Where did you find that? It was her mother-in-law. No judgment. No suspicion. Only a warning. She didn't hide the photo. Who is this man? For just a second, the mother-in-law's face froze. Fear. Put it down. Her voice cracked. He's not someone you need to know. At that moment, her husband appeared. The color drained from his face. Why do you still have that? Everything connected. You knew, she whispered. You knew all along. Her husband lowered his head. Officially, I'm the eldest son. But the real one was erased from the records. Stop. The mother-in-law screamed. For the first time, her perfect composure shattered. I told you never to talk about him again. Tears filled her eyes. Anger, regret, fear. Impossible to tell. Then she said it. For the first time ever. He was someone we erased. Silence. Not just deleted from records. Erased from life. The daughter-in-law stood frozen. That night, she made a decision. She would not be the next one to disappear in this house. Clapperboard Ep4 ending, pick one. Version A, impact. An eldest son erased from records. And a confession that he was eliminated. In Ep5, the real past explodes. Version B, comment CTA. Would you stay in this house? Ep5 reveals an even darker truth. Backhand index pointing right. Please look forward to the next episode. Clapperboard Ep5, English, the erased name, the guilt that remained. That night, even after every light in the house was turned off, she couldn't sleep. When she closed her eyes, her mother-in-law's last words echoed again and again. We erased him. The words came out too easily, as if they had been worn smooth by time. Beside her, her husband lay still. She knew instantly. He was pretending to sleep. His breathing was uneven. Are you awake? She whispered. No answer. She stared at the ceiling and wondered. How can a person erase another human being? Is it enough to delete a name? Hide a photo? Destroy records? Does the pain disappear too? Silent tears soaked into her pillow. Then, his voice broke the darkness. My brother was a good person. She turned toward him. His eyes were open, but staring at nothing. When we were kids, he always took the blame for me. Always stood in front of me. Always protected me. His hands trembled. And yet, he never once got angry at me. He only smiled and said, "You have to survive." Her chest tightened. That night, it was raining hard. He told me to leave the house. His voice cracked. Our parents said they couldn't keep him anymore. She covered her mouth, afraid a sound might escape. He hugged me once, smiled, and said nothing. The next day, he was gone. No police. No funeral. No explanation. Just silence. And then my mother said, "He never existed." In that moment, she understood. The most terrifying thing in this family wasn't anger or violence. It was pretending nothing ever happened. The next morning, her mother-in-law prepared breakfast calmly. "Forget about last night," she said. "Families bury uncomfortable truths." For the first time, she looked her straight in the eyes. He didn't deserve to be buried. Silence. He lived. He smiled. He deserved to be loved. Her mother-in-law slowly looked up. No coldness. No anger. Only exhaustion. And regret. I failed to protect him. The first real confession. That's why I had to be perfect. Strong. Unshakable. Tears fell. She realized then. This family wasn't divided into victims and villains. Everyone was guilty. Everyone was left behind. That night, she went down to the storage room alone and opened the photo album again. "First son, do not speak of his existence." Beneath it, written in faint pencil, "But I will not disappear." She held the photo close and whispered, "I will say your name now." For the first time, the silence in this house began to crack. Clapperboard Ep5 ending line, shorts optimized. Names can be erased, but truth always survives. Ep6, her choice begins. Clapperboard Ep6, English, the one who breaks the silence. Morning light spills over the dining table. The mother-in-law, the husband, and the daughter-in-law sit facing each other, without a single word. In this house, silence has always been the safest language, and the cruelest shield. But the daughter-in-law feels it. The house looks the same, yet it is no longer yesterday's house. Her hands tremble as she sets down her spoon. Then, finally, she speaks. "I want to know his name." The air freezes. Fear flashes across her husband's eyes. He tries to stop her, but she doesn't step back. She has realized something crucial. Pretending not to know is no longer protecting this family. The mother-in-law stays silent for a long time. Then she speaks slowly. "That child's name is not a name meant to be spoken." There is no anger in her voice. Only fear. For the first time, the daughter-in-law challenges her authority. "That's not for you to decide." No one in this family has ever dared to say those words. The mother-in-law's eyes shake. Under the table, the husband clutches his wife's sleeve, not even knowing what he's trying to hold on to. Calling it a confession, the mother-in-law whispers, "The moment that name is spoken, we could lose everything." The daughter-in-law answers quietly, but firmly, "We already lost everything the moment we erased him." That afternoon, she leaves the house, even knowing she might never return the same way again. She goes to the old district records office, where forgotten names and erased pasts remain. "I want to find the eldest son's name," she says clearly. The clerk types, then stops. There is a record. It was marked for deletion. But it wasn't completely erased. Hope. And a warning. She leaves holding a single copy. On the paper, a name, a birth date, and one short line. Restricted at the family's request. In that moment, she understands. She is no longer a daughter-in-law waiting to be judged. She is the one holding the truth. The one who can break the silence. That night, the mother-in-law calls her. You went out today. Not a question. A certainty. The daughter-in-law places the document on the table. Now you have to choose, she says. Stay silent. Or finally speak his name. The mother-in-law reaches for the paper. Then stops. That hand has erased many truths before. And in that moment, the daughter-in-law knows. The real battle in this family has only just begun. Clapperboard Ep1-10 English. The day his name was spoken, the family fell apart. Strong hook. That evening, the air inside the house felt suffocating. A single sheet of paper lay on the dining table. It made no sound. Yet it was the loudest thing in the room. Rising tension. The mother-in-law didn't look at it. By not looking, she convinced herself that no decision had been made yet. The daughter-in-law stayed silent. This was no longer about persuasion. It had to be someone's choice. Conflict emerges. The husband spoke first. If we say my brother's name, this family is over. Our family. The company. Everything we'd protected. His voice was low. Already half broken. Emotional shift. For the first time, the daughter-in-law felt sadness, not anger. Then yes, she said quietly. He was alone until the very end. The husband couldn't answer. His silence said everything. Climax. The mother-in-law slowly raised her head. Her eyes were bloodshot. That child's name is. Her lips trembled. After a long breath, she finally said it. Youngwoo. Emotional collapse. In that moment, the air in the house completely changed. Youngwoo. Not just a name in records, but someone who breathed, laughed, and lived. The husband lowered his head. His shoulders shook. Hyung. I'm sorry. Everyone knew. Those words came too late. Confession. There's something he said to me. The mother-in-law whispered. It's okay if you hate me. Just don't pretend I never existed. Her collapse had no return. The day his name was spoken, the family fell apart. The choice begins. The next morning, the daughter-in-law packed her bags. I'm not running away, she said. I just can't breathe here anymore. Ending line, required. The moment his name was spoken, this family stopped being a family. EP8, the price of choice begins. Clapperboard EP8, English. A suffocating first day. A mother-in-law's pressure and a hidden secret. Hook. From the very first day, the daughter-in-law felt she couldn't breathe. No one said the child's name, but the house was filled with it. Unease. Eating at the table. Watching TV. That unseen presence followed them everywhere. She stopped believing in coincidences. Photos. Confessions. Silence. This house was hiding something. The locked room. That night, at 2:17 a.m., a soft click echoed through the house. A sound like an old memory. Unlocking itself. Her body moved before her mind did. Discovery. Behind the stairs, where she thought there was only a wall, she found a hidden handle. The door opened. The air changed. Shock. It was a child's room. A small bed. A faded teddy bear. And a name written on the wall. Seo Jun. A child with no records. A name that officially never existed. The truth. Inside a drawer. A worn notebook. Mom smiled today. But she didn't look at me. The door is locked. I want to go out. The last page had only a date. Her husband's birthday. Confrontation. A voice behind her. You saw it. Her husband stood there, broken. You weren't the first son, she said calmly. You replaced him. He nodded. Choice. The mother-in-law appeared. Leave that room. That child is already over. The daughter-in-law looked up. No. This is where it begins. Ending line. An unrecorded child never disappears. He is only left unnamed. Ep9, who can bear the truth? Clapperboard Ep9 English. The guilt of the survivor. Hook. After that day, this house split in two. A mother who lost her voice. A son who was collapsing. And a daughter-in-law who saw everything. Silence. Silence was no longer peace. It was a wall hiding guilt. She stopped feeling. And started searching for proof. Tracing the truth. Hospital records. Care facilities. People who remembered the child. He always cried alone. There was no death record. Seo Jun wasn't dead. He was erased. Confession. That night, her husband spoke while drunk. I wanted to believe my brother was dead, so I could live without guilt. Truth spoken. She said quietly. You weren't chosen. You were replaced. His tears carried the weight of survival. Threat. When she returned to the room, the notebook was gone. A single note lay on the bed. You must choose too. Ominous night. At dawn, the front door was open. The car keys were gone. From the mother-in-law's room, the smell of burning paper. Collapse. The notebook vanished in flames. This family won't fall from truth, she said. Stay silent, and we all survive. The husband whispered. I'm human. Ending. Surviving. Can be the heaviest sin. Ep10, final. After the name was spoken, the family ended. Clapperboard Ep10, final. English, the one who spoke the name. Hook. In the end, she walked out of the house. She knew nothing could be fixed within these walls. The people she turned to were not family. A reporter. A lawyer. And a name. His name is Seo Jun. For the first time, she said it clearly. The name of a child. Erased from records. A child who was never supposed to exist. The story spread fast. A sealed room. An erased first son. Never speak his name. And under every headline, one word appeared. Seo Jun. That day, the family collapsed. The mother-in-law was hospitalized. The husband confessed everything. My brother disappeared. And I took his place. The house was seized. A hidden room revealed. A small bed. A teddy bear. Pencil marks on the wall. People argued. Who is the monster? But she already knew. The monster was not a person. Ending. The monster was silence. The moments people chose not to speak. That silence erased a child. Final. Then, the phone rang. Aunt? It's me. Seo Jun. The screen fades to black.